Hi there, you're watching Market Glance, an overview of the top stories which may affect your trades as reported by Investing.com, brought to you now by Dukascopy TV. Trading volumes may be light Monday and Tuesday as US and Canadian markets celebrate Labour Day. So before looking ahead, let's remind ourselves of how your favourite currency pairs stood at the close of play on Friday. Largely upbeat data from the US helped the dollar end the week close to one-year highs against the euro, as inflation reports continued to pressure the single currency. The euro also edged lower against the yen, dipping 0.04% to 136.66 late Friday, potentially adding pressure on the ECB to implement fresh measures to shore up the faltering recovery. The dollar rose to an all-time high against the Russian ruble on Friday, hitting 37.20, before easing back to 37.04 in late trade following claims that Russian troops had entered the conflict in eastern Ukraine. The pound edged higher against the dollar on Friday, posting a weekly gain of 0.3%, as expectations for a rate hike by the Bank of England continued to underpin demand for sterling. Will these trends continue this week? Stay tuned, we'll have a rundown of the main events to keep an eye out for. Crude oil prices ended the month lower despite posting their first weekly gain in 5 weeks on Friday. On the New York Mercantile Exchange, crude oil for delivery in October added 1.34% to end the week at $95.82 a barrel. NYMEX oil futures rose 2.58% last week, but ended the month with losses of 2.11%. Brent oil was boosted after Ukraine's government said that Russian troops had entered the conflict in eastern Ukraine, sparking fears over more far-reaching sanctions against Moscow. Brent for October delivery was up 0.60% to $103.08 a barrel late Friday on the ICE Futures Exchange in London. Prices rose 1.17% for the week, but ended the month down 1.68%. It's a mixed bag for gold, as improving US data eased the yellow metal back from one-week highs. However, prices remain supported as geopolitical tensions rumble on. Gold for December delivery dipped 0.17% to $1,288.20 a troy ounce on the COMEX division of the New York Mercantile Exchange late Friday. Gold futures rose 0.62% last week, but ended the month down 0.51%. Elsewhere in metals trading, palladium prices rallied to 13.5-year highs on Friday. Meanwhile, silver for September delivery slid 0.61%. COMEX silver edged up 0.16% last week, but ended the month with losses of 4.32%. Copper for September delivery climbed 0.39% by the close of trade. COMEX copper futures lost 1.86% for the week, extended the month's losses to 1.37%. And ahead of the coming week, Investing.com has compiled a list of these and other significant events likely to affect the markets. Today, China is to publish official data on manufacturing activity and release revised data on the HSBC Manufacturing Index. Aussie traders may want to take note on Tuesday, as the RBA is to announce its benchmark interest rate and publish its rate statement. Central Bank Thursday kicks off with the Bank of Japan, who is to announce its benchmark interest rate, as will the Bank of England. And later in the day, the European Central Bank is to announce its benchmark interest rate. The announcement is to be followed by a press conference with President Mario Draghi. The Swiss National Bank is to publish data on its foreign currency reserves on Friday. This data is closely scrutinised for indications of the size of the bank's operations in currency markets. Canada is to publish data on the change in the number of people employed and the unemployment rate. Canada is also to publish the IV PMI. The US is to round up the week with the closely watched government report on non-farm payrolls and the unemployment rate. So we do have a busy week ahead. Stick with us at Dukascopy TV and investing.com to keep up to date with the latest currency movements. Thank you for watching. Goodbye for now.